vibration that's in that energy is also transferring a certain signal, a certain message. And we have to realize that not only is everything energy just passing through us, there are also words passing in that energy. A man's thoughts, what he's thinking when he is penetrating your vagina, that thought is actually registering inside of our vagina. Every part of our body that has been touched by anybody, if a man is touching your breast, if a man is touching your face, your lips, he's kissing you, he's penetrating your vagina. And if he has any negative thoughts about us, if he has any unsure views about this relationship, does he love you? Does he not love you? Is he really concerned about you? Does he think about your well-being? Does he want to marry you? Or he might even be in a relationship or in a marriage with you, and he's not sure where that relationship is going. Well, while he is penetrating you, while he is touching your breast and your mouth and every part of your body, he's caressing your body, everything that he is thinking is being transferred through that energy and through that touch into your body. So we're walking around with a lot of body energy, a lot of negative body memory, and we don't even realize that we have the negative body memory. Or we might know we have low self-esteem, we might know we have a lot of dysfunctional thoughts from a particular sex relationship, but we don't realize why we're holding it or how we got it. That's why a lot of us, when we're dealing with men that see us on the side or that don't want to commit to us or that abuse us or won't leave their wife for us, won't leave their girlfriend for us, or even if they're with us, we're really not satisfied in the relationship. We keep laying down with them. We keep letting their penis penetrate our vagina, and we're holding them. Then they're layering all the negative thoughts, all their dysfunction, all their insecurity. They're layering that into our vagina tissue memory, which is going into the energy field that makes all of our thoughts, that makes all of our cells, that projects all of our energies. So if you're thinking that you're just a physical being, I'm trying to let you know that the physical shell that we have is covering up the energy or the God man or the God woman or the higher self behind that tissue, and all of those thoughts and energies that other people carry, that they project onto us when they put their penis into our vagina or when they ejaculate into us. Do you know that ejaculation, that sperm travels through our bloodstream, through our brain, through all of our organs? That sperm travels through every part of a woman's body, and a lot of times we might hold that sperm in our body for years. And since our body has a memory, and there are certain thoughts or certain people, certain experiences trigger the memory, that's one of the reasons why you will see a woman that hates a man, or she might not want to be with him, and she gets away from him 4 years, 5 years, 7 years passes. Some spiritual teachers teach that sperm stays there for 7 years. No matter how you douche or if you don't sleep with the person or you detox, sperm can actually be in different parts of our body, and it's definitely logged into the body memory. You'll see somebody craving a man's dick that she know he ain't good for her, but the dick is good to her because of the program and because of the sperm and the energy and the thought forms that were released when that man ejaculated. Oh, Soul, are you there? Let me look back on the switchboard to see if we lost him, that he called back in, because I definitely want him to be a part of the conversation. Let me see. I'm sorry. Oh, Soul, is that you? Is that you, also?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Okay, good. So you were listening?
I can hear part of it, yeah.
I was talking about body memory, and I was saying that we're first made of energy, and our energies carry thoughts in them, and they have a vibration, and they move at a certain speed. The thoughts do, based on the vibration of the energy and the thought form that is moving through that tissue, and how when men penetrate us, especially if it's a dysfunctional relationship, or a woman has a man that won't leave his wife, won't leave his girlfriend, he might be abusive. She keeps laying with him. His penis is connecting with her vagina, and he is transferring his thoughts and his memories into her vagina through the energetic grids and the tissue in his penis, and that is going into every part of her body, and we have a body memory that we don't realize that we have, and it's triggered by certain people or circumstances, and men could leave a woman, or a woman could get away from a man that's destructive, but yet her body will crave him also, too, because of his sperm. When men ejaculate sperm into us, that sperm travels through your blood, your organs, your brain, every part of your body, and that that sperm can actually be in her body for years. And sometimes women will crave a man or think about a certain man, although she don't know where he is. She might not have seen him for 7 years because of the energy and the thought forms and the vibration and how that links into your energy field and travels naturally is held in your body memory.
That's right. In a way, this might seem kind of strange to people when I say it this way, but it may allow somebody to even feel this even deeper. Have you ever seen a cow be killed, slaughtered?
Yeah.
One of the things that vegetarians love to do this to people, they say, listen, when an animal is killed and you're going to eat it, then the way that animal dies is left in the body of that animal. And then you put that into your body. And then when you stop and think about it, you say, well, wow, so if you shoot the cow, the last thing you knew was pain. That pain goes into that body of that cow, and then we cut it up and we eat it. We're eating everything. We eat everything that cow experienced. So the same thing applies when a woman has sex with a man and he ejaculates into him, because that sperm comes out of us. It's made in us. It's created in us, and it's created in us from all that we are. Not just what we are in this life, but our past lives, all of that. And so that's why it's important when people think about it, is that sperm is not something idle.
Mm-mm.
It's not idle at all. Now, they've made it seem like it's nothing. You and I were talking about this the other day about porn movies, right?
Yeah.
And how in porn movies, they make it like disgusting because the man ejaculates in the woman's face and all this kind of thing. It's like just wasting your sperm, as if your sperm has no value except for entertainment value. Yep. And yet it's one of the most precious substances in the universe.
And that's what I wanted to say, too, that when a man ejaculates, you have to be careful whose ejaculate that you take, because that man could be giving you the worst of him, or he could be giving you the best of him. If a man has a very destructive nature, not only is he not taking care of himself, but he has a low self-esteem. He has a lot of issues about himself that he covers with his money, with his things, with his ego. So many times women can't see that the man has low self-esteem because he has money, he has cars, he has a lot of clothes, he has a lot of jewelry. He's constantly bragging about what he's accomplished. He's constantly traveling, doing a lot of things. You have to look at that, because a lot of times when someone always has to tell you what they have, and they have to cover it with a lot of things and a whole bunch of perfume and a whole bunch of cologne, and everything has to match all the time, and everything has to have a particular brand name on it. Who you wearing? I'm wearing this, I'm wearing that. You have to look deeper before you lay in the bed with that person, because you don't know, it could be a deep level of self-hatred and low self-esteem, and that is registering in the man's sperm cells. So he is...
That's right. No, it's like I'm just imagining that, and you're right. Go ahead.
So he is registering that in his nuts, and his whole nut sack is vibrating layers of a very lower level energy, and his whole vibrational field has now been reduced to a very low 3-dimensional realm full of fear, jealousy, pain, and inadequacy and insecurity. But we're not taught to look at a man's nuts. We're not taught to read energy, but that's a very good way to be able to determine that that man has some self-worth and self-value issues, or some little boy unresolved shit in him that he's making up for with all of his toys now and all of his things that he's accumulated. So his vibration is already low, although he has a lot of money and a lot of physical things that you can use to try to determine his worth, or he can use to try to determine his importance or his worth because of these things. But then you lay with him, he's giving you a very weak strain of his sperm. He is giving you the worst of him. He is not giving you the best of him because of the level that he was vibrating on when he ejaculated into you. And not just when he ejaculated, but the thought of him ejaculating into you before he actually approached you on a sexual level during foreplay, because a man's energy, his blood pressure, the temperature in his body changes when he becomes turned on. He becomes sexually aroused, and he starts going through the foreplay to get ready to penetrate your mouth or penetrate your vagina.